Bite-Size Thursday here at Off Slate Media, and yes, you are correct. We are still working our way through Avatar. We are on Season 3, Episode 5, titled The Beach. I don't know why I said it like that.
Life's a beach, and then you drive.
You have to see those
Lightning
two
McQueen.
old ladies in bikinis.
I'll be really honest, you guys. Before,
You do.
That's
Don't
right.
you remember them taking the...
No! I hardly remember this episode.
Oh, no.
That's what I was about to say.
See, I remember this one so distinct. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I remember this
I'm
one.
leading into what you were going to say because I remember quite literally nothing.
I am I just so distinctly remember this episode just because...
Why?
It illustrates why we don't get much of Azula's, story.
Oh, is this diving more into Azula?
Yeah, well...
I think the whole episode, I don't remember if Team Avatar's in it at all.
No,
because
I don't think so.
I think it might be a cutting back and forth for all I remember, but the big thing is it's Zuko, Azula, oh boy.
Oh, wait.
What are their names?
Ty Lee and
Kylie
May.
and May, thank you.
Is this when him and May,
Well, they're already an item, as we
Yeah.
saw earlier in the season.
I
But in
don't
this
hate
episode,
you.
it's like
I don't
them.
hate you either.
I love the way... Wait, no.
I love the way
I
you
love
talk
the
about
way
it.
you're mean to people.
I love the way you want the world to whatever or something.
Like that. It's-
But
God.
but in this episode, from what I remember, it's mostly about, or at least their side of the story, if I can't remember what it cuts back and forth from, is them at the beach, and it's like diving into how they function outside of how the show has used them so far, and it does really show how, what's a good way to put it, utterly disconnected Azula is from normal people.
Yeah, and I think that there's a reason that this is a reason that we only get this episode for Azula's backstory because we already
Her backstory has been peppered through a couple, but it's usually
but not
paired with
not like
Zuko.
a whole lot, but I just think you see what a shallow insecure little girl she is in this episode. There's a lot of secondhand embarrassment type stuff because she gets jealous of Ty Lee and all the boys, and it's weird. It makes me feel weird. Based on the last time I watched it, I don't hate it, but it's like it gives me the oogies in a bad way.
When you
The
say all
cringies.
this,
Yes.
what'd you call it?
The cringies.
Cringies, yeah. You saying on there, it jogs up a little bit of a memory for me. It's like
Basic
a dream that I barely remember.
The basic plot point is Zuko's going through his identity crisis, but they go to the beach, but this beach is got weird memories for him.
Yeah.
So he's getting all these flashbacks, but at the same time, they go to this surfer dude's party.
Oh.
And
because they
Azula's
all-
trying to connect with people.
it's
Isn't
coming
she trying to
back to
hang
me.
out with a boy?
She's
something?
trying to get some.
And it's not working. She
Yeah.
commands him what to do
And
or
then
something.
Ty Lee
is surrounded.
Yeah, and she gets
And
really
then-
jealous about
and of
that.
course, May and Zuko are a thing, so
I
Azula
think
feels
May gets-
isolated.
That checks
I
out.
think May gets angry at Zuko too because he defends her from a dude or something like that.
or something.
Okay.
And then in the middle, Zuko sings beaches, 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 beaches. Right, Jake?
I love you all. I will say that that's the best thing to come out of the Mario movie.
Oh my
We're still
God.
talking about.
I
you know,
just-
it is.
We
it
will
is-
be talking about
it
the
is-
Mario
It is
movie until
2024, and
eternity.
we're still talking about.
Jared,
Well,
quick
Mario
remind me on the whole schedule of these are actually going to release. Have the Oscars came out yet? Because my goal is to say that Peaches
Oh,
is
it's
going
February.
to. Yeah, it's
No.
going to be in the Oscars. Just saying.
That's your prediction.
Do you think it's going to get nominated for best?
Yes.
What do you think?
I don't know when they announce, and because people know we didn't film this technically in February, we should probably
peek
not
behind the
talk
curtain.
about it.
Anyway, let's watch the show. Yeah.
We didn't film this technically in February 2023.
2024.
Yes.
Freudian slip there.
Freudian slip.
We filmed this in 2020.
Anyway.
It still is
Yeah,
2020.
we're traveling back in time to film this.
Dun 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 dun. Actually, that's probably aired by now.
That's definitely, yeah. Anyway,
wait,
let's.
Take a bite.
And ladies and gentlemen, we just cringed ourselves silly with that one. Man, oh man, the beach is fantastic. Me and Jared are laughing about the entire...
And Jake's just over going, oh. It was pretty funny. He's just like, he is laughing, but he's also just like, and me and Dick are just losing it.
I can't tell if it was genuinely that funny or if it were parts that I shouldn't have been laughing that hard that I just was.
The whole thing was just cringy.
Yeah, it was great, though.
Azula trying to relate to people through, like, military terms and like, power domination is so funny.
When she was like, oh, that's a sharp suit. So sharp it would
like
sink the ship. Or
like this kind of ship with this many people with 1,000 lives burning. Like, oh, my gosh. And then, of course, like, the way they play volleyball where it's like a battle and they just destroy everything. There's even a mushroom cloud.
There was
and this game was fun or whatever.
of
Course, we will be the most powerful power couple. Like, the guy just
I gotta go.
Didn't even lie, just left.
If she would have just told him that she was the princess, he probably would have gone for it.
But I remember she was more interested in how they treated them not knowing who they are, which brings up an interesting thing that I brought up. So Jake, throughout this series, has mentioned how do people not recognize him in other parts of the world, which is a fair assessment. And my thing was, there are probably some parts of the world.
Why don't they know what grass is?
I think that's also a good assessment. But the Zuko thing, it's like there are probably some corners of the world and people who just don't get that kind of information that don't know. They don't know what he looks like, and even if they heard like, oh, he has a scar, how do they know? They're on Ember Island. They're in the Fire Nation, and they see the scar. How do they not know that's him?
But his hair
he's just crowned a war hero.
His hair is so drastically different.
How do they not know it's him?
Maybe it's because his hair is so long. He just couldn't tell the difference.
Maybe they couldn't see the scar.
Yeah, his hair covering up the scar.
It's covering his whole eye.
Where did I go?
He is so angsty in this episode, and it makes perfect sense. He's, like, as you said, he's mad with himself because he's confused, and he's just always angry.
That end scene where they were over on the fire, that was fantastic.
That sounds like...
That's like Zuko's insecure and mad at himself and confused, and then, well, they're all insecure.
Except for Azula, apparently.
No, definitely insecure.
She's got mommy issues.
Yeah.
She just can't. It's like she can't even fathom how her mother would like Zuko better. And I think the monster comment. She is a monster.
It was definitely deflecting, though.
Yep. It's like, I think it's because she already was one when her mom, when she learned her mom thought that. That's kind of one of those moments of, it is true, but when you hear someone else say it, it hurts. Then you got Ty Lee's whole thing about having so many siblings she didn't have a name. And, of course, May's whole thing about...
Honestly, we got really good backstory into all of them. I really did like that. I really thought we learned a new side of them that we haven't seen quite often.
And it's the only time we really see the backstories. That's all we need.
Yeah, you don't need that much to really get into.
And then they go destroy the guy's house, which is actually pretty funny.
It was so weird, though. Like,
and then that end shot.
I was saying the last frame.
With Ty Lee with the smile.
It's supposed to replace that family portrait he burned, I guess.
But it was a completely different art style than that. Like, it was like AI. Obviously, it wasn't AI generated, but like the
totally
way
was.
It looked
AI generated all the way.
Someone should have inserted the
20
SpongeBob
years before AI.
Yeah, I bet.
They should have inserted the SpongeBob soundbite of "not lame."
Not. Yeah.
Also, for Avatar, it's called Aang Eye. Speaking of Aang,
I was saying we got a little bit of Team Avatar.
A little bit, yep. They got attacked by Sparky Boom Man for the first time.
That shot where he's jumping and it's in slow motion as
when he pushes it away,
the eye fire thing comes and he uses the air to not only push himself away, but to like shield himself from it or redirect. That was cool.
It was a cool, and we mentioned while we were watching it that the location of him and Sparky Boom Man, I'm pretty sure, is where him and Ozai fight at the very end.
Yeah, I think I said that right.
You said that, yeah.
I did say.
Yeah.
I was like, well, bunch of rock columns scattered about, kind of, and it
can't be that.
But then again, they're in the Fire Nation. But what if they're Fire Nation controlled Earth Kingdom, or I don't know.
I mean, it can't be that reoccurring. Like, it's definitely the place. Like, I mean, there's just like, I don't think it's that much of a coincidence.
We didn't get much of them though.
Yeah, we didn't. I mean,
but
it's okay to have an episode away.
Yeah. And Aang almost blew it.
Yeah, he really did.
And they sent that Hawk out, and I was like, I don't remember what happens. And then it's like, oh, and Jake called. He's like, oh, it's Sparky Boomerang. And I said, he kind of like helped them. And what did you say? Like, yeah, a lot. Like the whole secret would have been blown.
Yeah.
Just by swimming. And instead, Sparky Boomerang directly saved their plan.
Which I don't know if we mentioned this before when his character first appeared. How did we ever at one point learn how the heck he got that power? No, it's just
one of those Midnight in Paris things.
Could you put the cap back in your mouth? I kind of want you to talk that way the rest of the episode. Try it.
Just one of those Midnight in Paris things.
Oh, there it goes.
You sound like you have a still out back with some moonshine.
Maybe I do. I made some for Dickey.
Share some.
Actually, someone gave my wife a jar of moonshine. It's still 4 years ago, and it's still sitting in my fridge.
Nice.
Because someone gave her an unmarked jar of liquor.
Yeah, that's strong stuff.
And moonshine. And I said, "Are you really going to drink that?" "Well, yeah. You don't know what's in it." So you clearly have not been to many bars.
Was it clear?
No.
Oh.
It was apple cider moonshine.
Oh, apple cider or apple pie?
Apple cider, I think.
Okay, I've had some buddies make apple pie moonshine, and it's delicious.
Oh, wait. Maybe it was caramel apple.
That sounds really good.
It's like a milky brown.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
And no one we can find wants it. Nope. I will not be responsible for a hospital bill for
no
Sam.
one responsible he knows wants it.
Responsible. I am very responsible.
Okay.
Just saying. It sounds delicious.
Back to the episode. I will say, for how much cringe there was that we were cringing and laughing at, and they bring it up in the episode, it is an interesting look at how the things they have to deal with and go through as part of the main narrative are nothing compared to what these normal teenagers are doing. And Zuko brings that up. And it's like, yeah, these normal teenagers are concerned with like just normal teenager stuff, and these other four, it's like, oh, the things they have to go through and fighting in a war and two of them being royalty. It's like, yeah, there is such a big gap between the two, them and the normal teenager. Like, just that's why it is interesting to see them try to. They just can't.
Especially
mix
when
in with
Zuko
society.
and May were just sitting in the corner, just like, I want food. Okay, it's like they're just like kind of just like they were both just trying to like separate themselves from the whole party.
Yeah, he like finger pushed a guy across the room into a vase or a vase or whatever they.
Yeah.
Just boom. I go, jeez. Wish I could do that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, honestly. You know, honestly, Jake. It's funny that you say you didn't remember not liking this episode the most, because this, honestly, I liked it more than last episode. This might be one of my favorite episodes of the season. It really, really is.
I really liked it.
Because we learned so much, and I think this is another drastic step that Zuko takes.
Yeah,
right.
I think every time I watch it, I think it hurts a little less. So.
That line about like all I wanted was my father's approval, and now he talks to me, and I'm still.
And now I'm angrier than ever. Yeah. Like oh, that's
are
good.
You angry at Dad? Are you angry at Uncle? Or are you angry at? I'm angry at myself. It's like,
and Dante, once again, we've applauded him before. Let's applaud him again. Dante Bosco does a great job.
Especially our video kept not working.
Yeah.
And we had to keep hearing him go, I'm
so pretty.
No, Tylee.
Tylee, yeah.
I'm Tylee. I'm so pretty. Look at me stand on my hands. And it's clearly just Zuko's voice just barely higher. It's just funny how he does. It's not changed that much. It's perfect for someone who just like a real person that can't do voices.
Yeah, and just mocking.
It's just
that's
funny.
How that exactly sounds. And then he's just like, it's just falling. I'm sorry. Plop. He just plops himself.
He's standing on my hands.
Makes such a noise when he plops too.
Yeah.
These weirdo freaks.
I love them.
Me too. Good episode.
It was honestly a great episode.
And I always forget it is Ember Island they're at. I don't know why.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why weren't they staying at their family house?
Because it was closed up and gross.
Why, though?
That's a good
Bad
question.
memories?
Maybe. Maybe that's just what the two, like,
Maybe
twin
the two
innkeepers ran.
ladies said
Which,
it was,
really quick, let's mention those guys, those ladies. They were creepy. When they talked in unison, I thought they were about to, like, put a spell on them.
They put a spell on me.
Yeah, when they said it's time to go to the beach, and they
Let's
just
go to the
dropped
beach.
their robes. I was like, whoo!
I told you. I warned you that was going to happen.
I don't remember you saying that. Ooh, that one got me.
Let's go to the beach.
And then,
Okay.
to the party!
The real MVPs of the episode, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you guys have anything else about this episode you want to talk about?
Another great episode and a great show that's pushing the plot along in its own weird way.
Yeah, honestly, not that much plot, but a lot of character work in this. And
I mean, there's plot Sparky Boom Man.
Sparky Boom Man.
It's like that's the plot side, and the other side is character development.
Yeah, it's weird. We got a little bit of the other way this time, where the character development was not for the Avatar gang. It was for the...
Which is nice.
Do we have any... Is there any nickname really quick for the back of, like, is it Team Avatar, and then was it Team Zuko? Team Fire? Fire Gang?
Team Fire.
I just feel like they
I
should have a
don't
nickname,
know.
too. Yeah. Anyway, Jared, where can the good people find us online if they like what they heard today?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the funny TikTok, and X. And you can listen to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and or iHeartRadio, and if it's YouTube, like and subscribe and comment and ring our bell and make sure you like and subscribe or whatever. Follow us on all those
apps. There we go.
Check out Dickey's groovy website too.
Absolutely. A fun
That he
way.
needs to update.
Taquitos sound real nice right now.
Dude, I could smash like 100 taquitos.
Like 100?
Oh, like 100.
Taquito Cheetos.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I hope so.
Or
I
Takis?
could do a Cheeto taquito.
Or
A Taki Cheeto taquito.
A Taki Doritos Locos Taco.
Taquito Cheeto burrito.
Bobito.
Ricky Ticky Tavi.
So, what do we got going on next week? What's next week's episode?
Next week's episode is the 6th episode of Book 3, The Avatar and the Fire Lord. So some backstory. Yeah, it should be a good one.
We're getting some heavy ones. So yes, tune in next week and every Thursday after that when you want to listen to us.
Take a bite.